Yo. Fuck's everybody at? Where's everybody at, people? Where's everybody at? How we doing? How are we doing? Who we got up in here? Happy Friday. You know, happy, stressful. It's all subjective, but thank you. Thank you. How you doing? Where's everybody at? Let me guess. Old boy's probably still alive, right? Oh, well. That's what we got to deal with. My people's come here no matter what, so we'll just wait for them to do so. We'll just wait for them to do so. Where's everybody at? Oval Office. Oval Office. There's a sad live. Where's everybody at? What's going on? Oh, wait, did the alert go out? It didn't. Fucking alert didn't go out. That's the problem. Let me set up another alert. Let me try this, which I always do. It never fucking works, but I'll try it anyway. I go live on my phone. It worked once. It worked once, but that's it. Let's see. Boxing. And then we'll do 30 minutes from now. So 205, 215, 220. All right. So we'll see if that works. See if any of these alerts go out. Now we got a couple in here, but still slow. I'm riding. Nah, you the man. Do you miss TBV? Not really. Not because it wasn't really my show. Like, he just sat there and talked most of the time, and callers called in and talked about fucking border wars. Like, that wasn't really. I enjoyed, but I didn't really. People ask, why are you so quiet? Like, what am I going to do? Start screaming about Sugar Ray Robinson in the middle of somebody's call? Like, it was not my show. So, no, not really. Not my show. Let me stop this. Austin Trout is fighting. Oh, this fucking guy. I wish he wouldn't do that, but what are you going to do? No alert. I know, Samat. I know. I just did scheduled another live that I'm not going to have, so it sends out the 30-minute alert. So people would see this one and maybe go to it. How am I supposed to stack papes without alerts? You guys can't come and watch if you don't know what's fucking on. Last night was popping, though. You guys remember last night? Shit was popping. I think people like co-hosts. Maybe what I might start doing is bringing on one co-host a show, like one of you guys. You know what I'm saying? I might do that. We'll see. What's good, Michael? What's good, Michael? Michael. Cute family. Cute family, Michael. I got the same thing. Let me see. Same exact thing as you, actually. Looks like you got a boy and a younger girl. I got my son's older, my daughter's younger. Same shit. Please do. You guys like the co-hosts? Okay. See, yo, I like it better too. Less work for me. But I got to get the right co-host. That's the thing. Can't get people in here who talk too much or who don't know. You know, the energy has to melt together beautifully like butter. You know what I'm saying? That's what needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? My bad. Get Johnny on more? Fuck Johnny. That punk. No, I'm just playing. I like Johnny. Yeah. Yeah, man. I will. I will. You got to spice it up? Spice it up. You mean like gay? I don't want to do that. I wouldn't be good. I'm not saying you would be, but why not? Now, I know who would be good. I might bring on CJ today if he comes in. He might be working. I don't know with these dudes. He's an engineer. He might be all out there engineering. Who knows? It's Friday. Who knows? I'm excited about my big ESPN pitch. Mad excited. That's going to be fun. Picture you guys see me on ESPN. And it'll blow this channel up too, probably. Which would be dope. But then I'd have to probably watch what I say and shit. Why the fuck would I want to do that? I liked him initially. Now I don't like him. I don't like he fucking threatens me and shit. Like, even if he's crazy and doesn't mean it, it's that's not the kind of energy I want. He fucking left me messages threatening me to whoop my ass, and that's definitely not happening. Which is funny after you see the way he fights, him to threaten to whoop anybody's ass, especially somebody who has experience like me. But regardless, even if he could whoop my ass, which he can't, why would I want to bring somebody on who's threatening me? Get the fuck out of here. You didn't know that, but I'm just saying. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to bring on somebody today. I'm just going to pick and choose. We'll see. We'll see who we bring on, have some fun. And we'll pop off tonight. You know what I'm saying? Should be dope. I got to get some fucking stress relief out this bitch. One thing I'm learning, people, I don't know how many of you are in stressful situations, but it teaches you how to live in the moment and not look into the future. And sometimes you got to do that to keep sane. You got to live in the moment, enjoy what you got, know what you have now, not worry about what might happen, even if it's looking like it might happen, even if there's signs. Living in the moment is the only way to get through anything. That's one thing this stressful time of my life is teaching me. And it's a valuable lesson. So, is Ness going to let you back? I don't fucking know. We're not cool. I mean, we're not like, we haven't talked. All right, he hasn't responded to me. So, like, I'm not going to like want to fight him if I see him, but like, I'm not going to go on his show until we talk. You know what I'm saying? And the truth is, you know, he's a narcissist. He knows it. He admits it. He doesn't give a fuck if I'm on a show or not. He could care less. He forgot about me as quick as he fucking remembered me. You know what I mean? He doesn't give a fuck. And again, that show was great. It helped me build a little bit of a following, but I can't do what I do on that show. I can never talk about old school shit. Like, I can't do anything. All I do is talk about a couple bullshit topics, current topic, not bullshit, but current topics. And depending on what mood he's in, get fucking cut off and said that, you know, and then he goes on some rant, and then callers call in and talk about fucking border wars. That doesn't really, I can't shine through that at all. Like, it was great in the beginning, you know what I'm saying, for a building block. But at this point, I'm trying to build my brand, and that's somebody else's show. You can't build your brand on somebody else's show. So it's just that simple. I'm not saying I don't want to go back. I'm just saying in terms of like, if you know, in general, business advice, you don't build your own brand if you're always on with somebody else. Hence, you made the Crotch versus Davis fight. Huh? Hence, I made the Roach versus David fight, you meant to say? I'm confused why you said that. He's not going to want to let you on once he finds out you got that ESPN pitch. I don't think that's true. Matter of fact, I bet you it would be the other way around. If I got an ESPN show, he'd want me on all the fucking time. Because guess what? That brings him more eyeballs. I think it's the pitch. I don't think matters. It's if I get a show or not. Pitch doesn't mean anything. People pitch all the time. They get shut down most of the time. It's not about the pitch. It's about getting the actual show. If I get the actual show, yeah, then anybody would. They'd be stupid not to. You know what I mean? Because now I have a whole network backing me. And, you know, I don't see why they wouldn't do it. There is now one person on this planet better, more qualified than me just to do the classics. It could be a simple show. Simple. Current events, interviews, whatever, call-ins. Classics. Classics. How's your energy going to be for the pitch? Um, both. How I am here. Both. You know what I mean? I'm gonna even, and what I'm gonna do, what up, Mo? I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna use maybe some of my videos within the pitch if I can. I don't know if I can present through whatever platform we're meeting through Microsoft Meet or whatever it is. ESPN Classic used to have boxing programming like that. I know. I know. And I looked it up, and I'm right. ESPN does own all of those classic videos that came from Bill Caton. It's called Big Fights now. I think it was they called it Big Fights. Bill Caton. That's what they called it. I remember talking to Steve Lott, who I knew when I was in Catskill, New York, because they were managing my man Jeremy Williams. Like they still managed all of Kevin Rooney's fighters even after Tyson left them. I remember Steve Lott talking to him 20 years ago, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm doing this big project now for ESPN." He was converting all of the videotapes because they basically bought it from them. So he probably made cake from that. Pac versus Marquez 2. Man, he hit Marquez, had him crip walking. I'm going to use that, Badger. Yo, you just gave me a good one. He had him crip walking. I'm going to fucking use that. That's funny. But obviously, I got to use it when it's the right, it has to be the right visual with the verbal cue. He can't just fall straight backwards and I'm saying he's crip walking because that doesn't look like a crip walk. But I'm going to use that. There's been a couple fighters who got knocked into crip walking. That's a good one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write it. I'm gonna write that down. I got a whole little rhyme book here of little one-liners that I remember that I think of on the spot. Um, but they don't fit they don't fit with at the time, but I remember them. I'm like, oh, I could use that coming up. Kamik, what up? Salute. I'm in my 20s, so I was too young to see some of the best rematches, but I thought Canelo vs. Triple G2 was a great rematch. Yeah, because Triple G did what, or excuse me, Canelo did what we thought he wouldn't do. I remember watching Duran versus Buchanan with Burt Sugar being interviewed in between. Yeah. Here's the thing, though, and that's what I want to do. But Burt Sugar had this old white guy, arrogant energy to him. No energy, no passion, just old white guy, arrogant energy. I want to bring something a little more captivating. You know what I mean? Not just like, because he talked to you like he was, you know what he did? Burt Sugar would talk to you like he's a professor giving a lecture at college. So what Muhammad Ali did was he blah 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 blah, and he stepped back, and that was the genius of Muhammad Ali. He blah 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 blah. Like he talked to you like you should be sitting there like, oh okay, like taking notes. You want to connect with the listeners, not try to be schooling them at all points in time. I believe. Yeah, it was geared towards old farts. Yeah, yeah. And look, I'm 48. I'm not, but I'm still not. Burt Sugar was on his 70s, fucking and 80s, like when he did that shit. I'm way younger, and I'm still, I got my ear to the streets. You know what I'm saying? I know slang, and you know what I'm saying. Like, it's different. It's different. And he could never give a Nino Brown reference. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you'd be interviewing guys like Two Tone. Hmm? What you mean? Where the fuck would I interview Two Tone? I'm confused. Two-Tone's not old. He's 38. He's 10 years younger than me. Damn, this is a sad live. Only 9 of us in here. What's going on? It's that TBV. That's okay though. I ain't got nowhere to be until fucking almost 4. So we could wait until they all leave and jump over here. I think I want to get a consistent co-host. What you guys think? Consistent co-host? Maybe not the same person, but always have one. We could bounce shit off each other. Duran versus Buchanan with Burt Sugar being interviewed. There's a little boy. Oh, you already said that, right? You know, it's good towards him. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's funny. I had a couple pitches like this for other stuff that I'd written, like shows 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And this feels different though. I'm still here, champ. I think a mix of solo days and some co-host days would be perfect. Yeah. I mean, I like co-host. Maybe like panels, maybe not specifically co-host, but like a panel. You know what I mean? Have people on. Maybe a couple of you guys that are here a lot. You know who's actually pretty good, believe it or not? Alberto. I know. I had him on when we were watching the Tank versus Roach fight. He was like him and CJ together, and they were good. And Alberto was asking good questions, and he was actually pretty fucking good. Surprisingly. Yeah, surprisingly. So you never know with people, you know what I mean? Then I get somebody here like Bailey, right? Attorney Bailey. He's a very knowledgeable, but if he comes live, maybe he would not be good at it. I'm not saying he wouldn't, but I'm just saying you could never tell by how people write in the chat if they're actually good when they start talking. You can never tell. For what it's worth, chat was popping off when you had Johnny on last night. Yeah, I don't know why, but I've had Johnny on a couple times. I think just seeing me is maybe a little boring. Maybe when people like scroll over the thumbnail, you know, it shows a live view. It shows 2 people. People get like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. You just gotta A/B test these kind of things, Marco. Yeah. Maybe get Two-Tone to co-host or Danny, who used to be on before. Nah, not Danny. First of all, Danny won't want to do it, but nah, that wouldn't work. His energy is too. That would be a bad mix. Two-Tone, maybe I'd bring him on, but he doesn't. He never really wants to come on, so I don't really ask him that much. But the few times I see him, he never wants to. So, he's. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And he lied about Jake Paul reposting his reel. I don't know if I don't want to say lied. He was probably joking, but I went on Jake Paul's website and I didn't see anything reposted of Two-Tones. So I went on Jake Paul's Instagram at least, unless he means something else. Because I was excited for him, and I'm like, oh, he was just joking, probably. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, we got this raffle coming out soon. Let me see. We need 4 more raffle entries, I believe. Is it 4 more? 5 more. We need 5 more now, because what I didn't count was 3 of them, I believe, were people who were automatically put in from last raffle. Because remember, I do that thing now where if you put in over 5 raffle entries, you automatically get one for the next one. But those aren't paid, so like I don't want to lose money on the product. So I think I need 5 more or 3 more. Between 3 to 5 more I need. I'll even go with 3. Fuck it. I'm not trying to be stingy or whatever, but what up, Troy? Fennec versus Nelson. Yeah. Yeah, Troy. Fennec was such an amazing fighter. I'm friends with him. I talk to him to this day. I assume he posted and deleted. Nah. Why would he delete? Palm Squad. What up, Eric? That picture of you freaks me out. I'm zooming in right now. So I'm assuming, is that fake hair? And SF under your eyes. Are you trying to look like a football player? Is that supposed to be a helmet? I don't know what that's supposed to be. Can you break it down for me? What's your profile picture supposed to be? Man, I hate Jake Paul. Why? I'm one of the few. Alberto, what up? Alberto, I was just saying how you were actually a pretty good co-host. Despite the way you act in the chat, when you were co-hosting, you were good. Professional, asking good questions. Eric Gomez. No, I'm serious. That's boxing ego. Oh, that's not him? Eric, that's not you? 11 here. Come on, man. Y'all tune in. Tell a friend. Yeah, we're at 14 now, baby. He make boxing look like a joke. Let me tell you something, Glazen. Jake Paul's a real fighter. Jake Paul puts the time in the gym. Jake Paul does everything a real boxer does and way more with his production company. Why is he bad for it? If he was doing all these antics and not fighting, or fighting like a toddler, a handicapped toddler, okay. He's not a great fighter, but he's pretty good considering. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. I think he just helps the sport. He just got Alicia Baumgardner now. Like, he's going to make her bigger. Alberto could be Marco 702. I'll co-host again, Marco. I know you will. Serrano versus Taylor 2 was no joke, and that happened because of Jake, right? That's right. What up, True? H Tizzy. H Tizzy. Janet Beck fights, yeah, tomorrow. He's my ugly doppelganger. Man, so that's not even you, Eric? Eric, put your fucking own shit in there. Come on. What are we doing here? Put your own shit. I want to see my community members, not some dude. I didn't even know that was somebody else. I like the co-host idea. All right. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Bailey, there he is. Mo, you haven't watched Martin versus Bacoli fight. Yeah, we're thinking of the greatest rematches. And there's so many. I mean, you know what's probably the greatest rematch? The most here we go. Quick question. I think that there's an obvious answer here, but let me hear what you guys say. What is the most notorious? You know what that means, right? Notorious means stands out in infamy. Infamy means for diabolical reasons. What's the most notorious rematch in history? I think it's an easy answer, in my opinion. It took place in 96, 97? What do you guys think? Most notorious rematch. Notorious. No. Not my opinion, no. Boom. Yo, Mo. You know your shit, Mo. Absolutely. How do you get past the ear biting? How could anything be more notorious than that? Yeah, Eric got it too. How could anything be more notorious than the ear biting? No. The rematch? What you mean? Joe Louis destroyed him in one round. That wasn't notorious. That was just an ass whooping. Yeah, you said it too. I saw you. To me, that's the most notorious rematch. I just saw a post. My man Shannon Briggs put out a post, and it shows a picture of Holyfield's ear, the little piece missing, right? Then it shows a picture of Donald Trump's ear, and it's fully intact. And they go, Mike Tyson bite, AK-47 or whatever it is that shot him. So it's basically, the post is saying he didn't really get hit in the ear because you would have seen something missing. But if it just nicked him, that's absolutely not true. Actually, I shouldn't say absolutely. I don't know enough about guns. I don't know enough about that kind of gun. Somebody told me that kind of caliber bullet would have sliced up all your shit, even just nicking you. But then I heard from other people, nah, it wouldn't nicked you. It's just a fucking flesh wound. It heals. There's no signs of it. Jerome, what up? Where you been, man? I feel like I haven't seen you in a couple days. Jerome. Most significant in boxing history. Most significant rematch. Ali Frazier is most significant? Oh, we could be here all day with that word. Work, yeah. I feel I'm working right now, but I enjoy it. What you do, Jerome? I feel like you're sitting at a desk. Maybe I'm wrong, though. I see you sitting at a desk doing something cubicle or desky. The most significant rematch. Well, the most significant rematch of the last generation is going to be Haney Garcia. You know what I mean? Ali versus Frazier 2, footnote, but Ali versus. Well, do you guys know what rematch? This is for you, Bailey. I wish Joe was in here because Joe and Bailey are on my level with the. Do you guys know what rematch garnered the most television views in boxing history? Question. What rematch garnered the most television views in boxing history? Something like 2 or 3 billion people watched across the country, and it was on free TV. Across the world, I mean. It was on free TV back then. What was it? Damn. Mo came in hot. Oh, Mo came in hot with that one. Ali Spinks 2 is correct. Ali Spinks 2 is correct. The most viewed boxing match in history. Kind of by far. You know what the second one is? Let's do the second one. What's the second most viewed boxing match? And don't Google it in history. I'll give you a hint. It has one of the same fighters in it as well from the first most. What do we got? I'll give you a hint. And it turned out to be a major upset. Boom. Mo got it. I think you Googled that, Mo. But you got it. Ali Foreman, second most viewed in history, was around 2 billion, I believe. Between 1 and 2, and then the first is between 2 and 3. I forget the exact number, but it was right around there. Ali Boumbaye, which means in whatever dialect, that was where they fought in the Congo? No, they fought in Zaire, which is now the Congo, right? Ali kill him. That's what Boumbaye means. No one beats Berlanga at 68.
Get the fuck out of here!
You're just trolling. Adid likes trolling. I gotta cut my shit. Starting to look homeless. Might be homeless. Who the fuck knows? The greatest rematch. Okay, what was the most disappointing rematch? The most disappointing rematch. Fucking, what's his face? The tall, young Hispanic kid. Pacheco. Pacheco will fuck him up. Lewis versus Schmeling 2, historical, political reasons. Oh, absolutely. But not notorious. Historical is not notorious. I'm with you, though. Leonard Duran was the most disappointing. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that because we didn't get a chance to see what's up. Joe, there you are. I was just talking about you. Gonzalez versus Carbajal 2. Tank versus Roach. The rematch will be? Maybe. Maybe. Oh, yeah, but Roy was a shell of himself. You know, did I read you guys what Roy said to me? I was thinking about Roy, right, yesterday, and I was like, you know, I'm thinking about chins, because I'm thinking about Wilder's coming back. And I'm like, wow, Wilder did kind of a Roy Jones. He went from pretty much getting hurt in his prime and being a monster to not throwing any punches and getting hurt easily, which is what happened to Roy. So I thought to myself, boxing's so psychological. Because we know Deontay never went down in his pro career before Fury. We know Roy only went down once in his prime, flash knockdown to Lou Delval. So I'm like, I wonder in sparring I wonder if Roy just always had a sturdy chin when he was amped and when he was focused. So I texted him. He got back to me. He said he had never even gone down before. Before Lou Delval, he'd never even gone down in sparring. Now you guys could say he's lying. Maybe. I don't think he is. So it just the point is, it just goes to show how sturdy, how not sturdy, but how imperative the mental is in boxing. Like when you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there. Yeah, it was. I hated seeing that version of Roy, like Hopkins, like Calzaghe annoyed me the most. He thought he really did something. He was like, "Yeah, look what I did to this legend." He really thought like. I bet you if you ask Calzaghe, what do you think would have happened if you and Roy fought 10 years earlier? Or let me rephrase, because Calzaghe was probably too young at that point, because they're not really in the same era. If you ask Calzaghe, what if you would have fought Roy's 10 years younger and you were at your prime? I bet you he would think, no, I'd do the same thing. I bet you he thinks that. That's what annoys me. But there's no way of knowing, right? Mo for political and others. Lewis was considered invincible and then got beat by a B fighter. Yeah, he got knocked out. You remember, right? Bailey, do you remember? Do you remember what Max Schmeling? Do you remember the? Let's test your history. Don't Google this. Do you remember the weakness Max Schmeling saw in Joe Louis, which ended up producing that knockout? He ended up talking about it years later. The weakness he saw. Do you remember it? Because if you don't, I'll tell you. I remember it. I hate Calzaghe for giving Brits a reason to not call a black fighter their greatest of all time. I know. Yes, Joe. Absolutely. When Lewis would throw his jab, yes. Yes. You guys are, this is why I love you guys. When Lewis would throw his jab, he'd jab and he'd drop it. So all Schmeling did was wait for him to jab and then came over the top. He wouldn't pull counter. He wouldn't pull out the way. He would just let the dude throw the jab and then boom, come right over the top. And was fucking clipping him. Schmeling, it was a little bit of Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Dudes at that point were scared to stand in front of Joe and open up because he hit so hard. Schmeling wasn't scared. So let's give him a little credit for that. He was like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw. And he clipped his ass. Had him crip walking. Had Joe Louis crip walking that first fight. But in the second fight, Joe Louis beat Schmeling so bad, he broke his rib, and he had Schmeling's rib for the rest of his life when it would get humid or cold out, start fucking aching. I sees something. Yeah, I see something, but I just won't say. That's what he said in the press conference. Yes. So Lewis not bringing his hand back. Yep. 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 But it's funny because somebody like Roy or Floyd or me, my prime, I would keep my hand low, but nobody could hit me because my reflexes were too good. Something about Joe, he just not only did he drop his hand, but he just stood there. I guess Joe's defense was he kind of just stayed. He didn't do a lot of movement. That's how they beat the guy in the rematch. Well, I haven't been to one of your live streams in a while. Where you been at? Where the fuck you been at? We're missing a bunch of the regulars today. No CJ, no Eon. I mean, Alberto was in here, but he hasn't said anything since the first sentence. Teddy Atlas gets so emotional and passionate when he talks about Lewis versus Schmeling. Yeah. Yeah, that was on some political shit. That was like Rocky versus, I'm watching Rocky 4 with my family. That's like Rocky versus Drago. It's like us versus them. Then it was the same shit. It was Americans versus the Nazis. Franklin, what up? Leonard versus Hearns 2 is my top 5 best rematches. Okay. Okay. That was a good one. Hearns put a beating on him. Haney versus Garcia will be a snooze fest. I hope not. I think it's hard for Ryan to produce a snooze fest because he's so explosive, but maybe. Clipping wasn't the word. Destroying Lewis. Lewis was also fractured vertebra and Schmelling's back. Yeah, Lewis fucked him up. Hit him hard. I remember there's that one scene where he has Schmeling is kind of out of his wits and he's turned like hanging over the ropes with just his back facing Joe Louis, and Joe Louis started pounding his liver like he's gonna like an overnight marinade, like just fucking tenderized it. Can't wait to see how TBV will handle the Haney loss if he wins again. Who gives a fuck? I'm here, Marco, but I don't know anything about these old fighters. Well, learn, young man. Haney will not engage. It's his best chance of. Lewis versus Khan, too. They had a rematch? I know in the first one, Lewis almost lost. Right? And he knocked him out in the last second after getting outboxed thoroughly. And in the rematch, I think Lewis knocked him out quick, right? Everything I've ever learned about these old fighters is from watching their free fights on YouTube. Oh. Nah, I came up in a time where this shit would be on ESPN. Like, it would be on ESPN, and, they would have documentaries. They would, yeah, man, I would watch all that. I had videos of it. I used to watch over and over again. VHSs. Robson versus Lamada 4, the most brutal rematch. Yeah. That's the one where Lamada bragged about not getting dropped. That's how much of an ass whooping he took. He bragged, well, you still didn't drop me. It's like, okay. Schmeling was forced to be a Nazi. Actually, after boxing, got rich as an owner in Coke. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he was forced. I mean, he wasn't a Nazi per se. He wasn't part of the regiment, the parliament, or whatever, the regime. He was forced to fight for Germany because that's where he was born. Wonder what Hitler said to him after he got knocked out in the rematch. I'm curious how that interaction went. He was like, "Was ganz Skorsken!" He's like, "Oh, sorry, El Führer. Oh, sorry. Gosken Muskoshken!" ESPN Classic has Bo versus Galata 2 on repeat to this day. I learned because I love the science of boxing. John Boots is going to have his hands full. It's fucking hot in here. He's going to have his hands full with Stanionis. I don't think so. I mean, Duran is going to have to earn this win if he even wins. Okay. I think Hitler banned him or something similar for being knocked out by a black man. Did he? I mean, that makes sense, but now I'm thinking Hitler shouting goddamn big old. You missed Joe. I played one to my wife that she does. I played one to my wife, and maybe I'll just play it. And my wife was like, "What the fuck? Where is it?" Trying to find it. Where's that? I gotta go to Reels. Here we go. This one. All right, here we go. This is for you, Joe. What happened to it? Hold on. Here we go. This one.
Let's unbox some groceries for me and Colin for the next few weeks. I'm going to show you everything suck a fat cock that I have for us to eat. Let's unbox some groceries for me and Colin for the next few weeks. I'm going to show you everything suck a fat cock that I
Suck a fat cock. It was the like engage in doing that. Okay, sorry guys. God damn! Yes, Schmeling was in the Nazi military, and after he lost, Hitler put him in the front lines as a paratrooper. What? Sure, you threw him out there to die? Boots would be a much stronger this way. Yeah. Wait, so is she thinking about fat C words and then it just comes? I don't know. I don't know how Tourette's works. Mark, are you growing out the hardened? Nah, I'm just lazy. I'm gonna shave probably today or tomorrow. Where the fuck am I going? I'm in Connecticut. You know what I'm saying? I do work at home for my failing ass business, which I'm trying to sell. I chill with you guys. I pick up my, do shit with my kids around town. Fuck, I gotta look spiffy for now when I get this ESPN job. I'm gonna look dipped every day, dipped to the nines. Tupac one. There you are, CJ. Said, fuck the world if they can't adjust. Did he? Okay. I don't know why she says all the stuff she says, but it's pretty funny. Damn, it's fucking TBV's probably still alive, huh? Because this is a low one. CJ, I thought about bringing you in today, but you came too late as a little panelist. I don't know if you're working or what, but you let me know. See what's up. Fuck the world. Don't ask me for shit. Everything you got, you want to work hard for it. You don't stop. What song is that? Fuck the world. Don't ask me for shit. Everything you want, you got to work hard for it. Fuck the world. You don't stop. Gotta keep on. Fuck the world. Don't ask me. Who sings that? Can somebody help me? It's escaping me right now. Fuck the world. It's not Black Moon, right? It's like Black Moon or like Boot Camp Click. Oh, that is a Biggie fucking. That's right. It's a Biggie hook. Ah. Everything, yeah, you work on. Yep, that's right. My bad. I forgot. Biggie Method, right? The what, right? Yeah. There it is. There it is. Do we have fights tonight? I don't think we do. Give me 1 second, people. All right, we're back. We are back. Yeah, Method Man and Big. Yeah, I realize that now. Just wasn't hitting me at the time. Which fights specifically, Lewis? Ask and I shall predict. You tell me. Which ones? Robert, what's up? I haven't been seeing Rob in here much. Used to come in quite a bit. What we got, people? Talk to me. Torres could be heavyweight champ in 2 years. I mean, he could be. But will he be? That's the question. Yeah, that's what I figured. I got Torres, but that's going to be a good test for him. That's going to be a good test for him. Yeah, I agree. He's just going to get in and clip him up. But Guido could punch. Zoo versus Spence. Zoo. Knockout. Joyce versus Hrgovic. I could see Hrgovic just boxing him, staying on the outside, making it kind of boring, though. Because Joyce has no discernible boxing skills, in my opinion. Not no, I don't mean that, but he doesn't have fine-tuned, sharpened skills. He's just a big, lumbering, cumbersome dude. Check out the ending of Greg Page versus Mark Willis 2. Greg Page versus Mark Willis. Greg Page versus Mark Willis. Never even heard of Mark Willis. I heard of Greg Page, though, obviously. Let's see. I'm watching it right now. The ending. All right, here we go. I'm watching the ending. They separate. They're both dancing. All right. Greg Page is dancing. Oh, fuck. Yo, he got hit with a barn burner. What round was this? I might do this fight. Did any of them go down throughout the fight? It's on HBO. Damn, Joe. Did any other of them go down or just that last punch landed? Martin's a good American heavyweight. You watched his fight versus Bacoli. That was a war. Do a video on Joe Hip. Ooh. The problem is this. Joe Hip, a lot of these guys only fought on Tuesday night fights. And there's very little Tuesday night fights footage on YouTube. It sucks. I know USA, the channel, I'm assuming it's still an active cable channel, right? They probably have all that shit in the archives. Man, I should get ESPN to buy that shit from them. First Page versus Willis was a classic. Were there multiple knockdowns? I'll do a video if it's multiple knockdowns, but if it's just one knockdown at the end, it's kind of like, eh. He was Indian? I think he was half Indian, right? Wasn't he white? Ray Mercer never fought George Foreman. Or you're asking what would happen? Mercer would have beat him. Because Mercer had a great chin. He was just younger and stronger and faster and all that. Maybe not stronger, but younger and faster. And hit really hard. Mo, have you seen that Martin versus Bacoli war? I haven't. The first one was multiple knockdowns, but didn't end like that last shot. That last shot he hit him with. And Greg Page, guys, is the man who knocked down Tyson while he was sparring, getting prepared for Buster Douglas. That famous video of him going down, that's Page clipping Tyson. Joe Hip was a Blackfoot tribe. I don't know what that means. That sounds dope. Mercer lost to Jesse Ferguson. Yeah, I know. He also lost to fucking an old Larry Holmes who was talking shit while he was whooping him. He's like, I ain't Tommy Morrison. Bop, 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 bop. I ain't that white boy. Whoop up. This is for Joe and for Bailey. I was at this fundraiser, right, for Bobby Ches, and Spinks and Holmes were there. So there's this point, and I told the story, but if you might have heard it, you might have not. There's this point where the announcer is like just shouting out all the fighters in the place. Chris Colbert was there, this Vito Milnecki Jr. or whatever, but then he calls out Holmes first. Oh, Larry Holmes. Then he calls out Spinks. And he goes, and sitting over here, we have Michael Spinks. And as people start cheering, Larry Holmes gets up and goes, don't cheer for him. But he was kidding. But it was really funny because, as you know, Spinks is the one who gave Larry Holmes his first loss and snapped his streak to tie Rocky Marciano. And Mitch Green was there too, by the way. Looked like shit. Has to walk with a cane. Looks all fucked up. Talks okay. Tall dude. Mitch Green's like 6'5". He's a tall dude. I don't know. Mitch Green might be able to hold him, and if he could stay away from Tyson, he could probably stay away from Morrison. Martin versus Bacoli. Google it. Okay. Marco, you dodged my question last night. If you're a real Roy Jones fan, who are his last 5 fights? Oh God. I don't know their names. The last one he fought was, I think, Pettis, right? Some MMA dude. He fought dudes in Russia. I don't know their names because they're unknowns. I forget their names. So I don't know that. Not off the top. That would have been good. I'll be honest. I think Ray Mercer might have hit Riddick with some shit because Riddick would have started getting all happy and teeing off with reckless abandon, and then Ray Mercer would have just swallowed a bunch of those and just hit him with some shit. Ray Mercer's a wild man. Oh, Michael Hunter versus Bacoli. That's the only person who beat Bacoli was Hunter before Bacoli lost just now. Yeah, it was Michael Hunter. I'm like, who's Michael? You were saying Martin, but you meant Michael Hunter. Yeah, I was like, there's no Martin who fought Bacoli. Bacoli's first name is Martin. You were confusing me. I didn't get it. I saw the highlights of that because when they fought, I didn't really give a shit about them. But later, when Bacoli got big, I'm like, let me see the one guy who beat him. So I watched it. Hunter only has one loss, and it's to Usyk. So he's not getting any fights, Hunter. He's just getting older and older. Name all 4 of them, and let's see. Put them out here, and let's see which. Let me see which ones are the most engaging for me. I want to see a lot of them. I want to see a bunch of them. Hunter can fight, guys. Watch that fight. Yeah, he could fight, but he's a small heavyweight, though. I really believe Hunter, because he has a little belly on him. I think he should be. You guys remember his father, Michael Hunter Sr.? Remember him? He was a big. He fought a lot of dudes in the 90s. I saw Jared Anderson get cooked live. I was so disappointed. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that was going to happen before Bacoli's last fight, but now I really question Bacoli's dedication. You know what I'm saying? Like, he'll step in there to get a check, but that's the only reason Bacoli didn't look so upset when he lost just now to Parker, because Turkey was like, here, big check. We need you to fill in. Otherwise, why wouldn't he have been more like, that's, you know what I mean? Janibek, I love watching him fight because he's a killer, but his opponent's not really known. Joyce is boring, very boring to me, but those are big guys, but it'll be boring. Torres, I'm excited. I'm probably excited to watch Torres the most, and then Tim Tszyu. Hunter was beating Bacoli up and had Bacoli going back, and Hunter showed skills. True. Guys, study that fight tonight. Word. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy. Torres would beat Andy Ruiz, but he's over at Top Rank. Dubois ducked Parker, did he? I'm gonna do that tonight. Because it's not that many people in this afternoon one today. So tonight I'm going to poll and see when we should do it. Either tomorrow or Sunday we'll do it. I need three more entries too. Ruiz too expensive for top rank. Been a fan of Ajagba ever since that guy jumped out of the ring when the bell. Why? Oh, because it looked like he was so scared of him. That was funny though. Like I wonder if the dude still if he got paid for letting the bell ring, because that might be in the contract. As long as you let the bell ring, you get paid. Jared Miller has skills and used to come in condition. Sure. Jared Miller? Jarrell Miller, you mean, right? Big Baby Miller? From Brooklyn. Ruiz fought 2 times in 4 years. That's your king. Oh, his birthday's today? Yo, he does not look. I was just with him last year. I guess then he was 63. He did not look 63. He looked like 58, maybe 55. He looked young. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some call-ins, spice this up a little. There we go. Call-ins, if you so please. Wait, let me. Hold on. There we go. Call-ins, if you so please. Let's spice it up. Andy Ruiz makes more on OF than boxing. What's OF? He just didn't want to be there, Guru. I think it was that simple. He just didn't want to be there. So, what are you gonna do? He just didn't want to be there. Priced himself out was a wilder narrative. Yeah. True that. Francis Ngannou versus Deontay Wilder. Watch your interview with Kid that bailed out the Shakur fight. Oh, Kid Austin, yeah. Oh, he does OnlyFans? Or is that a joke? Janabek can easily become undisputed since it's so dry up there. Yeah. Let's go, Marco. Be more active to put forth effort to engage listeners, 18 people live. I know, it is nasty work. It is nasty work. That's the highest we got in this motherfucker today. What are you going to do? Sometimes they're slower, sometimes they're busier. Was literally complaining to his corner that the opponent was too tough. Yeah, I didn't see all that. I heard about it. I was out doing family shit. But I heard that he just didn't want to be there. I mean, that's how he fought. You know what I mean? That's how he's been talking. So even before crying with Roy, all that just gave forth the feeling like he didn't want to be there. You know what I mean? So why are we surprised? Yeah, Mo knows boxing for sure. Mo knows boxing for show. It's fucking hot in here. Let me see something. Yeah, it's fucking warm today, 65. Not bad. So what the deal? What else we got going on, people? Talk to me. Be the way you are during the shorts. There's no energy here, bro. Kiss my ass. Have some energy for you. You know how hard it is to do that shit for a whole fucking hour, 2 hours? Nobody does that. You know what I'm saying? The problem is my competitor is on right now, but He's not really a competitor, but he is, unfortunately. Can you get a follow-up interview with Kid Austin? I could. What about, though? Yeah, it's warm for us here. In showbiz, yeah. Showbiz, that's a fact. Yeah, I don't have that kind of energy. I'm not like that. Showbiz is wild. And it's also different because he has mad people. Like if I had 1,000, 2,000 people in here, you know what I mean? It's a little different. It kind of jolts you up. We're not there yet. The most I've ever had, I think, is like 100. I don't think I've ever popped over 110. I think 100, 109 or some shit is, I think, the most I've ever had in here at once. No, that's not true. I've had like 120, 130, but that definitely under 150. No, he's Puerto Rican. He is a Puerto Rican. Marco, you don't want to wear funny clown hats like showbiz. No, I don't want to wear taco hats. That's what he wears. He wears taco hats. But that's his thing. He's doing way better than me, so you know what I mean? I guess it's working. We all got to find our lanes, I suppose. I know, right? What the fuck are you, my pimp? Yeah, that's a fact. I also I don't agree with a lot of showbiz's takes. Some I do, but a lot I don't. You know what I mean? Um, his reels are on rage bait for engagement. Literally the most brain dead boxing takes in the industry. Um, yeah, sort of, but no. Like some of them are, some of them aren't. What up, Drummond? I have 10 split personalities, so count 11 of me. Okay. Showbiz is a casual, but good for boxing. Was good, Sean. I don't know if he's a casual. I think he knows boxing, but his takes are different. Them guys be having agendas. They're pushing their own narratives on people. Yeah, that's a fact. That's exactly what happens. Showbiz talked about ducking for 3 hours, no fight analysis, just who's ducking who. Oh, Jesus. Bro, you gotta have interesting topics, latest fights, predictions, bets, callers calling in, and come on, extra. Be extra, kind of boring, respectfully. Okay. Well, you don't like it, you don't like it. It's up to you. Showbiz, real, viral, TikTok music. Why is Inoue ducking Anthony Joshua? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's only just so much you could talk about. You know what I mean? He's not a casual. He's just um he's like an entertainer, right? He's performing. Showbiz is performing. So he's putting on a show every time. You know what I mean? Showbiz is a carnival barky word. A voice for the casual. Did you see Benavidez's last interview? No. Who interviewed him? If you were to get Max Baer and throw him in a time warp into today's cruiserweight division, I like you said cruiserweight because he was a heavyweight back then. Um, Probably not that good, man, because those old fighters, like they weren't evolved yet with their style, with everything. Probably not good. Boxing since two and is the face of full-fledged champion and is a full-fledged champion. Okay. So what's wrong with that? Now we can send bet on fight as a channel. Now we can send bet on fights as a channel? What you mean? Bear was a decent crude puncher. That's all. Right. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Bear was, you know, he was back before there were black fighters were really allowed in boxing. You know what I mean? So you didn't have all the talent that was out there in it yet. Come on, Drummond. You know the answer to that all day, every day.
Forgot.
I don't know yet. We're going to take a poll on tonight's show and see. You're ready? Ready for what? Bear was all over the place. His best punch was a backhander. Well, let's see. Max Bear. Maxie Bear. Let's see. Let's put up a video of Max Bear. Is there even a fight of Max Bear? There we go. Let's see. Let's see Max Bear. Let's refresh ourselves. I'm gonna turn all that off because they're gonna fucking flag it. Look, you see, look, he's walking like he's jacked. Look, that's what they used to do back then. That was considered jacked. Look at him. We know you don't walk like that, dipshit. All right, there he is. Look at these guys. Ooh, that was a good shot, though. Clip this fucking guy. But see how rudimentary they're like, I mean, he has him hurt, though, so he's not really trying, I guess. I mean, look at the dudes he was fighting. Oh, Primo Carnera. This guy was 6'6" that he's knocking out cold. This is right before Joe Louis took over. This is when they fell and you could keep punching them. Joe Louis fucked Max Bear up. I mean, look how they would just like wing with their arms down. Oh, he backhanded him. Look at this. He's backhanding him. He's chopping down trees. Look at him. Look how wild. Nah, he would get destroyed. Look how wild he is. Like decent power, but ooh, that was a good shot. Ooh, he has some good power though. That right hand was dynamite. It was only the right. The left never hurts anybody. Oh, two-ton Tony Galento. Everybody knocked him out. Yeah, look how wild he throws. That was a good shot, though. Damn, he's just hooking off on him. Fuck the ref. Damn. Let me see his record. Max Bear, where is it? Was 77% knockout puncher, 66 wins, 13 losses, 51 KOs. Not bad, right? Not bad. That is a Macombi style. That is a Macombi style. Yup. You need to watch Galento fight. I saw the me. I've seen that. You mean put it for you guys? Of course, I've seen that. Fencing? No. That makes sense though, because it's like, that makes sense. Yeah, Max Bear could punch. He had power, but you know what? He would be a cruiserweight version of Rolly. Am I wrong? He'd be a cruiserweight version of Rolly. And it looked like his left didn't have much on it. He was just clipping people with that overhand right. That's what it looked like. Right? Yeah, Bear was a stud. I always said that here. Joe Louis fucked him up bad. Joe Louis fucked him up bad. I think Torres is gonna swarm him and maybe stop him. I hope. I'm going for Torres. Don't want the American to win. Yeah, Max Baer was no joke. Jim Jeffries was no joke, but I don't think there's any video of him fighting except when he fought Jack Johnson when he was already old. Motherfucker lost 100 pounds. Came back after retiring because he won the Great White Hope. They wanted to beat Jack Johnson so bad because he was black that the undefeated champion too came out of retirement and tried to do it. Lost 100 pounds. He was all fat and retired. Jim Jeffries, does he only have one loss? I think he only has one loss he died in 1953. Yeah, he only has one loss to Jack Johnson. Fuck. And how many knockouts? This motherfucker was no joke. Jim Jeffries had 19 wins, 16 knockouts, and only one loss to Jack Johnson. That's not a lot of fights, though. 19 wins from 1995 to 2010. So 15 years, so he's like fighting once a year. That was pretty inactive for back then. No wonder he was so fucking. For those talking about no old fights, give your analysis on some recent fights. Talk about the recent fights we follow. Word up. Torres fights to the level of his competition. I hope not. They say that Lewis had dude's teeth in one of his gloves. Jack Johnson, not Lewis, Sean. Yeah, I did a video on that. Jack Johnson had the teeth of Stanley Ketchel in his glove. That's a fact. You see him wiping it off. Yeah, we sure are. Jack Johnson had dude's teeth in his gloves, not Lewis. Yep. That's a fact. That is a fact. Yeah, man. Jimmy Smith, the worst boxer ever. They have so many of those worst boxers ever. The dudes that come in and they're like 45 losses, 1 win, all knockout. Like there's so many of those weird things you see pop up on BoxRec. Torres and Hunter or Jared need to fight ASAP. Yep. I don't think so. Anybody picking Guido? They did. Well, they started using mouth guards around the 20s, but some people used them earlier. So no, they weren't really common until the 20s. Marco, me and you tomorrow. That's gay. Bro said his teeth in his glove. Oh, it was. You want me to show you the video? I just played this for you guys the other day, but I'll do it again. There we go.
Before the courage and charisma of Muhammad Ali and the dominance of Mike Tyson and the power of Deontay Wilder, there was the godfather of it all, Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson was truly ahead of his times. He was the first black heavyweight champion in history, reigning from 1908 to 1915. The most gangster thing to ever happen in the ring was when Jack Johnson fought Stanley Ketchel. Stanley Ketchel was the middleweight champion of the world, who wanted to go up and challenge Jack. Because of the size difference, Jack was not going hard on Stanley. He even held Stanley up a couple times after hitting him too hard. In the 12th round, Stanley Ketchel throws a hard overhand right and drops him. Jack instantly gets up. He hits him so hard that he lodges two of Stanley's teeth in his own glove. And here you could see Jack, after doing that, swiping the teeth off the glove. Where do you guys rate Jack Johnson as an all-time great heavyweight? For the rest of this video, go to my YouTube.
So now look how quickly Jack Johnson. So the story here was that Jack and him were friends, and this was a friendly exhibition. He was the middleweight champ, 160. Jack was heavyweight champ, 200. So the story is Stanley Ketchel sees an opening and drops Jack, basically crossing him. And after, Jack's famous quote was, "He dared to cross me, so I made him pay." Now watch how quickly Jack gets up and knocks him out after Stanley caught him with basically a cheap shot.
Stanley Ketchel throws a hard overhand right and drops him. Jack instantly gets up. He hits him so hard that he lodges two of Stanley's teeth in his own glove. And here you could see Jack.
He throws the punch so hard at Stanley. Look, Stanley's out there making snow angels. He's out. Jack knocks himself over with the force and the momentum of how hard he threw to get this fucking guy out of there.
After doing that,
now watch this.
Swiping the teeth off.
Look at this.
The glove. Where you guys rate Jack Johnson?
That, my friends, in my opinion, is the most gangster thing I've ever seen in boxing. Getting up after being, instantly getting up and mauling somebody to sleep, hitting them with a fistful of chloroform, and then looking down at a couple molars, or probably incisors, those would be, just get these fucking things out of here. What's more gangster than that? You tell me. Not even a showman, Rigo. He was just a fucking beast. Was he? Yeah, it was crazy. Boxing is all business nowadays. I used to be a poor man's sport. That's a fact. That's a fact. When I was coming up, it was just dudes from the ghetto. They started in the late 90s having white-collar boxing shit. That started in New York City. It started. Before that, no white-collar dudes would ever go into boxing gyms. What up, Soup? That Hagler versus Mugabe KO was pretty gang. Oh, was it? Was it? Was it? Was it? All right, let's do that one. Fuck it.
The biggest soul-snatching boxer ever, Marvin Hagler. 1986, John Mugabe enters the fight at 25-0, all 25 by knockout. The bell rings, and they meet in the center of the ring armed with sledgehammers, and they begin frantically trading like it's 9:30 on Wall Street. Mugabe beats Marvin to the punch and repeatedly lands heavy artillery. But to John's amazement, his shots bounce off Hagler like he's dripped in Kevlar. The Marvelous One continues barreling forward like a Sherman tank. Halfway into the fight, Marvin lands a lead straight left, which knocks the morning dew off Mugabe's melon. As the two continue exchanging, John's battery is draining, but Hagler's alkaline stays fully charged like he's plugged in. Marvin chomps forward like Pac-Man, and even when Mugabe lands grenades, it just energizes Hagler like he swallowed a power pellet. After Hagler chops away like a lumberjack for 7 rounds, Mugabe is finally stumbled like he's experiencing buoyancy on a carnival cruise. By round 8, the drained and demoralized Mugabe is in a real-life horror movie, scrambling to safety, as Hagler violently and methodically walks him down like Jason Voorhees. After landing a series of dynamite right hands, Mugabe collapses to the floor, and like if Superman drank a kryptonite latte, Mugabe lays on the canvas completely drained of his strength, will, and dignity, unable to beat the count. What fighters in history were more demoralizing?
Now that, people. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let me say what's up to some of the peeps that came in. Polo, what up, blood? Polo, did you enter the raffle for I don't think you did. Oh, you did. You entered one raffle. Okay. This is being raffled off probably tomorrow or Sunday. So if you want to enter more, do it now. Who else we got? Miles, what's up? What's up, Miles? Them Japanese MFs could fight low key. Superman, what up? What up? Oh, have you done one with that? Nah, I didn't do that one. Oh, I might have. What's up, Polo? Big shout to my man Polo for a super chat. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, look who's here. Look who came in.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Tutti frutti.
What's up? Only Hagler took that long to beat the beast. But, what's up, Shelton? What's up? Great rematch of all time. Ali Frazier 3. What? Ali Frazier 3? How you figure that? The greatest of all time? Well, it's not a rematch. That'd be a trilogy. But okay. What's up, John? Japanese fighters are actually quietly making noise. Well, just Nakataki and Inoue, right? So $10 for the gloves and the cash app. That's right. For the gloves, or if you want to do another one for the belt, either or, just whatever you're setting it for. Remember to put your name and specify what exactly the 10 is for, which one. Are you going with a wig for the... No, I'm not going to wear a fucking wig. But thank you for making fun of my baldness. Damn, Bob. Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Marco, this you theme for the week. What? What's my theme? Inoue is a brother that's... Yeah, I know. I hope I win the bell, Marco. Would look great in my living room. Okay. Oh, we got one. We got one. Polo for the gloves. Okay. You're in, Polo. You're in for the gloves. You're in. You up in this bitch. All right. Best heavyweight fight I ever saw. A wig and a Scottish man skirt. You guys are very nice. Oh, shit. My man. Second super chat. Doom, 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 da da. Doom, 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 da da. Yeah, 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 yeah. Da da. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like the greatest, this or that. Like the greatest. Oh, yeah. You don't like it? I got one entry in vlogs. Man, what up, Legacy Man? You see the Tutti Frutti guy that pulled up on BF Live? It was absolute classic. You got to come. Is it the dude who comes into my thing and starts fucking with him, saying, "Oh, please clap my cheeks"? What up, Rigo? Ray Robinson versus Jake LaMotta. Yeah, Polo coming in hot like a tamale. Okay, I'm just making sure. Polo's the man. I like rematch when Rayo versus Chris Colbert. Yeah. Who's the best Asian boxer of all times? Manny Pacquiao. Easy peasy. Oh, we got another one. And another one. Oh, Jesus. That's CJ saying, if I wear a glove but not a condom, am I protected? The answer is no, CJ. You can't be banging girls raw dog with gloves on. First off, it's weird. But more importantly, the clap will crawl up in you. Nasty bastard. Chicago, Pacquiao, and it's not even close. I'm with you. Marco, let's donate to your channel and place bets on fights. Let's do it. I'm down. But, how do we do that? How does it work? How does it work? That's the question. Like, I don't know what percentage, who gets what. I don't know how that works, but I'm down. Mark, who you got? I got Zoo. And I got Boots. People think Zoo is cooked? Nah. I don't think so. Dude has a sick mind. I bring influence. Yeah, he does. He's a man. Vaughn, what up? Yes, sir. I'm down to do bets. We could do bets. How do we do it, though? Right, but then how does it donate to my channel? Like, what percentage do I don't know how's that? How do people normally do it? I'm down. How do people normally do it? That's the question. You know, what percentage? And then what if nobody, or how's it work? If nobody wins, then it stays with me. But then if somebody wins, I don't really get it. So break down how most people do it, and I'm down. No, he was respectful, but hella zesty, giggling the entire time, saying some sus shit. That's funny. You can just be middleman. What the fuck's point? 10%? I'm down with 10%. I've never seen him here before. Some dude comes in here and has BFTB's face in makeup as his icon and tells me how he loves me and wants me to clap his cheeks. He took BF's picture and like photoshopped him with makeup looking like a tranny. And the name isn't BF. The name is like Amanda Sorenstein. And he goes, "Hey, Marco, I really love you. Please clap my cheeks." Oh, it's funny to me. 10% VIG house take. I don't know what that means. Like if I bet vlogs 100, you hold. I get that. I'm saying, what do I take from it? Yes, I think that one. Damn, Polo's no joke. Shout out to Marco Stalker. I think he thinks that like I love BF and it was gonna get me mad. And I do love BF, like BF's my man, but it's not gonna get me mad. And maybe he thinks BF comes in my room and he'll get pissed, but BF never comes in here. So it's not even gonna get to him. So it's him trying to like ruffle feathers that aren't ever gonna get ruffled because the people he wants to ruffle aren't watching. Or me, they don't care. What's up, David? Yeah, I'm down. So 10% take, and then what? How do we do it? We do that. That's called the betting shows, right? That's what fucking these other guys do. Polo ain't black? How do you know? It's kind of funny, Kobe. I think it's kind of funny. BF said he's gonna cut that part for separate videos because the live was five minutes. You know, he stays for 5 hours. Wow. Polo, ignore that dude. Oh, shut up. Leave him alone. I like CJ. Yes, we could do the betting show tonight. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I'm down to do the betting show tonight. I'm back. I'm back. Where was I at? McDonald's. Tolerate CJ. Nah, I like CJ. I think he's cool. I'm at a shelter, cash apping daily. Keep hate alive. Damn, you just called Marco a gold digger. Oh yeah, he did. That's rude, Alberto. Let's do it tonight with open panel. All right. And then you guys can explain to me how we do it. Like I kind of get it, I guess. The bets come to me, and then I take 10%, and then I pay out all the winners. Is that pretty much it? I guess. I guess that sounds. Do I got it? Polo, I got nothing against you. Rough day. You and me both, CJ. You and me both. You and me both, man. I think the whole world. Is it just me or is the whole world going through shit right now? Ever since COVID and the crazy, the climate of the politics and all that. Debate. Sure is. Sure is, Joe. You know it. Thundercats. Thundercats. And hoes. Right. You know it doesn't say and hoes, but that's my favorite cartoon of all time, Thundercats. I am pissed about those gloves. Well, you looks like you're probably gonna get this belt because you got mad entries. Yes, okay. Marco's the mediator. Alberta, you can't debate, man. Me, man. What up, Marco? Just checking in, bro. Appreciate you, Noel. Yeah, sometimes he stays 7, 8 hours in a single live. I don't know any. That's wild. I mean, if he's making money, fuck it. Can I cuss somebody out in the panel tonight? I prefer you don't cuss anybody out. Stock market tanking. Literally 402 get bigger. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yep, not good. Yeah, well. Yeah, it really can, man. It's good to know that everybody's going through shit, not just me, right? But it sucks that we all have it started in 2020 and it just hasn't gotten better at all. 5 years is a long time to be suffering. You know what I mean? I don't have a 401k. I don't have a 401k. I don't have shit. You guys are like, I have this COVID ate my business and everything I have up. All of it. All of it. It's crazy. I see wild super chats 500 here too. Yeah. Yeah. My man Charles Edward Cheese used to come in here and bless me, but I haven't seen him in a minute. That's cool. When he comes, I'm happy. When he doesn't, it's all good. My main chick said the stock market is going down. Oh Jesus Christ! I can't be saying that shit. We all paid rent on Tuesday. Marco, shit's right. Yeah, it's a good point. Marco, you just need to seek God. That's what my wife tells me. That's what my wife tells me. I'm not there though. I was religious till I was about 11, then I'd stopped believing. You never had an employee job? Yeah, just not in the last 20 years. I have my own business. No, not 20, last 17 years. I remember when you and Queen Rachel was in the middle of a Latoya roasting session by Drew Titan. That was a classic too. Me and Donaire. Yeah, Latoya is funny. She's cool with me though. She came in being like racist against me. And then I turned her. She didn't like me. She got upset because I did a live with Bill Haney, and Bill Haney was like talking about calling other black guys crack babies. You know how he gets? And she came in. She's like, you're a culture vulture to me. You got a black guy talking to you about crack babies, about other black men, And I was like, Latoya, I didn't tell him to say any of that shit. I was like, a matter of fact, the shit made me uncomfortable. Like I didn't. And she kind of softened up, and now she likes me. So I was like, I didn't tell him to I don't want him to talk about crack babies to me. He was just being funny anyway, but I know you're not religious, and so am I, but they say we're living at the end of times. I don't know about that. It's just definitely a big ass speed bump. I don't think it's the end of times though. My local clubs took a big hit too, Marco. Just happy they got historic landmark status. My local clubs. You got a club? I'm confused. Or you mean the ones you go to? Yeah, I got to sell my shit. I can't keep it. I just can't. I'm gonna run out of money real soon. So I'm already out. I'm just like living. Yeah, it's fucked up, but there's some things that might happen. But yeah, no, we got to pull out. We just can't anymore. It's just like this inflation did it. We barely got through the COVID. We're like, okay. And then the inflation the last year and a half, that did it. Like that just put us over the edge. And now, of course, all the political shit. I do stand up, but they pay me not to tell jokes. Cool. Donaire's legendary. That first fight was wild. Yeah, it was. What up, Dwayne? Where you been? At school, probably. Durr. I had to close down multiple restaurants due to COVID, but that PPP blessed me for a while. Yeah, it blessed me too for a while, Adi. For a while. I got a grant. I didn't get PPP. I got the entertainment venues grant, right? But that grant was only based on 1 year of tax returns and losses. This shit now is going on almost 5 years. Hence, I'm in a hole. They needed to give us more money. 1 year? What the fuck did that do? So that's the problem. That's the problem. The government didn't give enough help. I was able to make it longer. I was able to survive longer, but they give you 1 year of fucking of what's the word? Saving or whatever. But 1 year of what's the word I'm looking for? Whatever. Just 1 year to help you, but the shit lasts 4 or 5. So do the math. Yeah, I'm trying, man. Yeah, I meant the only ones I go to frequently. Oh yeah. What do you think of fighters who smoke weed? Do you think they bleed? Yeah. A lot of people smoke weed. As long as you're not high when you're in the ring. Yeah, that shit is a great. I don't do it, but I know it's a great kind of cool down for people. Yeah, I wish, Mo. I wish. For real, some low IQ people might misunderstand you, but I'm good, man. Thanks. I mean, I never said anything. I don't know the fuck there is to misunderstand, but yeah, we're cool now. She's a supporter now. Good old Latoya. She loves herself Tank, I'll tell you that. Actually, she said she loves Bud more. Bud first, Tank too. We need to take donations for betting on your channel. Like, I may start by donating a few hundred, and then the channel decide on what to bet. All the proceeds go to the channel initially. I'm down to do whatever you guys do. I appreciate. It's up to you guys. But let's please do it through Cash App, because this YouTube takes way too much fucking money. That's like worse than taxes. They take more than taxes. So if you have to pay taxes on it and pay YouTube, it's like you're working for Don King. Here's 20% of your initial shit. Thank you. Bye. I had thought about it. I'll tell you that. Marco, school and work, and I wanted to watch you last night, but I was too tired. Nah, I got you. You're a kid. No problem. That'll be lit. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do the shit. Let's do it. Let's do the betting shows. Whatever we could do. I'm down. I'm down. Whatever the people want, I'm here. I am here. So that's the way it is. Yeah, man. So many people are going through shit right now. So it's like you can't even like complain to people because they're like, yeah, me too. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, you know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people, I guess, have it worse. So, just got to hang in. One thing boxing taught me, man, keep punching. I'm going to keep punching. Keep punching until the bell rings. If I lose, I lose, but I'm going to keep punching. What else could I do? You know what I mean? I need 3 more for the belts. Because I just got 2 today, but the 2 were both for the Leonard, the gloves. Yeah, I need 3 more for the belts and we're good. I'm just 17. Started boxing because I like, but don't like weed. You don't think weed affects the boxers even when they aren't high because the effects? Nah. I don't know about lungs. I've never smoked anything consistently, so I don't know about lungs. Maybe. But I do know a lot of fucking athletes who smoke weed and it doesn't bother them. So I don't think it's a problem, personally. But I don't know for sure. Tables always turn, yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Tables always turn. Nothing lasts forever. This is just seeming like it's lasting for a very long time. You know what I mean? Like 5 years is a long fucking time. Really. Like, that's a long time. And it doesn't seem like it's getting better anytime soon. So it's 5 and counting. Hello, after once I've seen your lives, I could tell you need glasses. I actually don't. I can see close well. Far back, I need glasses. Why? What did I just read wrong? Are you good with belts? That's what I read. The fuck did I just do? Did I read somebody else's shit wrong? I also read fast and I read through a lot of comments, so sometimes I miss it, but it's not because I need glasses. Thank you. Come again. All right. You got it. Where is it though?
Thank you. Come again.
All right. I am in for 2 hundo. Channel needs to decide what fights to bet on and take risks also. Come up with a plan, Marco. I need a little help initially before I come up with the total plan. I'm because I actually never bet. I don't bet, so I don't know shit about betting. But the way we'll do it is what? 10% goes to me, and then the rest goes to whoever wins. Simple. And if nobody wins, it stays with the channel. It's a donation. Is that the way it works? That's what it seems like to me. But you guys tell me. That Olympic swimmer who won 7 medals smoked hella weed. Yeah. I clearly wrote bets. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, maybe. Nah, I can see that clearly. I think I was just flying through it. I saw you had something with ESPN. What's going on with that? Oh, I'm pitching my boxing show to ESPN. Pitching it. Oh, I hear my son's home. I'm pitching my boxing show to ESPN. Pitching straight up show. And I went over the details and I went over the structure of it and everything. Yeah. And to like the main dudes who do ESPN boxing, like the dudes who will green light it and do it. It's a big deal. If we lose them as a community. Right. Okay. Carolina in this bish. What's up, Carolina? I'm down for some betting. All right, we could do that. Haney will stop Ramirez to build up Ryan. Okay. Marco is taxing, but Marco is taxing. See, I almost said belts again, but it says bets. Marco is taxing bets like YouTube tax super chats. Nah, 10%? That's 30. You guys go with that though? You guys go with that? We'll do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, David. I don't know what to tell you. You got the shades on, but you're still young. You'll be 45 is when my eyes start going, but I can see close, I see clear. Far away is my problem. So I wasn't not being able to see. I was fucking speeding through it. Hell yeah, shout out to you, Marco. I hope you get that spot. Yeah, man, appreciate you. So do I. Shit's no joke. Shit is no joke. Oh man. Yeah, gotta let Marco wet his beak a little bit. Word. What up, family? Jasper County, South Carolina. But got family in Greensboro, North Carolina. Sorry, that's how I feel like everybody talks out there. Yeah, North Carolina, South Carolina. Health message to all you boxing heads. Get in the sauna once a week and use a humidifier in your bedroom to breathe and sleep better. Appreciate it. I can sleep all fucking day, but Marco, for initial purposes, all go to you, and then let's see how we do as a betting community. Whatever you guys decide. So we'll start betting on the fights Saturday, right? So we'll do that maybe tonight. We'll make it the betting show, or what? Part of it at least. 10%. Okay. We don't talk like that, chump. Word, kid. B. So I see what you did there. You made fun of me back. Okay, I got it. I think that's more white people who talk like that, right? They talk like that. I've been around white people from South and North. They talk like this. Hey, I'm from North Carolina, and I like shooting my own elk and snapping deer's necks and stuff. White people do talk like that. Am I wrong? Because I know a couple. One of my boys is from, where the fuck's he from? He's from North Carolina, not Raleigh, but like 45 minutes from Raleigh somewhere. He talks like that. Marco, you white. I'm aware of that. Thank you. Big shout to Polo Bucker. You're the man. That's because you're the man. That's why. That's because you're the man. Appreciate you, Polo. Polo Book. So yeah, so we'll do the betting thing tonight then, right? 10 p.m. Come in, we'll get it popping. That's the way we do it. And I wonder, do you guys do? Because I know betting can be real precise. Do you go down to like the round, or you just bet on who wins? You know what I'm saying? Or does it go down to like, I bet 6-round knockout? I don't know how that works because I'd never bet. I know if you bet specifics, I guess you get more of a payout, but I don't really know how this works. A bunch of people. Guido versus Torres, Richard Torres. Zoo versus, is it Booker? I forget his name. Zoo. Tim Zoo's fighting somebody. What's the other one? Oh, Janibek, and one more I'm missing. Don't forget to don't forget, check out Chop Chop Gonzalez. Okay. I do straight win. Okay. So we'll do straight win. I think that's probably better. Not get it all confusing. Straight win. So what if, all right, so then if 2 people win, then you split the winnings up between 2 of them. 3 people win, you split it up between 3 of them, so on and so forth. Got it. Future interview with him. He's real humble, has a big following already in Cali. Okay, I'll check him. Remember what I told you about Lent that ends on April 18th. Okay. So that means you're going to wait till April 18th, I assume, right? Joyce versus Hergovich, right? That's the 4th one. Abdullah's fighting? He just fought. Thanks, Iraq. The bets combo will start entering conversation. Okay. Okay. I'm down. I'm down. Sounds good to me. I never bet, but I don't mind mining the bets. Abdullah is fighting another short, chubby Mexican. Okay, well, that was clearly racist.
Oh, that's racist.
Oh, wait, aren't you Hispanic, though? But you're not Mexican, Mo. Aren't you Dominican? No, you are Mexican, aren't you? No, you are Mexican. We can do rounds, go against the odds. Whatever you guys decide. Yes, Abdullah fighting. Top rank has real good prospects fighting. Damn. Why didn't Iraq include Abdullah in that? Has to be after Lent. For you. Well, we could start before you. Tomorrow if people want, or tonight. But if they don't, we'll wait. I don't care. I'm Mexican, not one of those island people. All right. Well, you still managed to sound racist calling them island people.
Oh, that's racist.
What if I take a big underdog? Is my odds a little better? Do I get a little more? I don't think it works that way. I think everybody puts in whatever money they want to put in. It's there. And whoever wins, wins. Make it simple. So if there's, $500 worth for, let's say, Richard Torres, and he wins, whoever bet on him gets 5. Or if a bunch of you, let's say 5 of you bet on him, then you get 100 each. Something like that. Mo Brains lineal. Yeah, Mo Brains still is lineal. That's right. We haven't even done the defend the belt yet because we're trying to get rid of this belt right here. Nice in the plastic. Yeah, we'll do it like that. We have big fights coming up. I believe Rolly will win. Shit. I think you're going to lose money in that one, but go for it. I don't see Rolly winning, but the fuck do I know? What the fuck do I know? Who is Boots fighting? Stanionis. It's Kaliaskis Stanionis. I don't know how to pronounce his fucking first name, but Art Barrera, Chop Chop, Steven Navarro, Abdullah, Richard Torres, Lindolfo. who is more of a contender versus Elvis. Okay. How much you want for that belt? You got to put the raffle in, Talib. Can't do that. We already got people raffled up. But it's $10 per entry. But the more entries you put in, like if you put in 5 entries, it'll give you a great, because I don't think anybody has, for the belt, CJ Rich has 7. He has the most. And Eon has 4. So if you go to 7 or 8 entries, you'll probably get it. But it's up to you. I think CJ is coming in hard with this one. He wants this one. I will give you an amount like 20 to facilitate to set up. Whatever you do. Facilitate. I thought you were writing facsimile. And I'm like, why would he be writing about a facsimile? And then I realized it's facilitate. I don't think anybody ever calls it a facsimile anymore anyway. Yeah, he's on the undercard. That's dope. That's dope. With CJ's luck, Alberto. Yo, I think CJ would literally punch a hole in his sheetrock if Alberto won. Literally. You're like, ah, fuck this shit. And then we'll all call him and be like, hey, yo, CJ, you know what you need to do? You'll be like, what? Adjust. And then we just click him. That's funny. You guys are funny. Mo, I think Rolly will be all right. Okay. All right, people, let me get out of here. I got to pick up my daughter. But tonight, 10 p.m., and let's see if we start the betting show or not. I mean, we'll see. I think we need Bailey around to help, since it was his idea. Help get it started, and then we'll go from there. But anybody else who's down, let's talk about it tonight. I appreciate you guys as usual. I'm glad we helped make the super chat goal. Let's catch you guys tonight, 10 p.m. as usual. Be there, be square. All right, peace. Appreciate you guys as always.